Now, several roads were closed in Cape Town yesterday morning when protesters took to the streets to protest about the lack of service delivery in informal settlements. So for an update on that situation, let's cross to our reporter, Vanessa Poonah. Vanessa, good morning. So yesterday, and Rob Byrne had his hands full with this one. What's the situation like, first of all, this morning?
Yes, a very warm good morning to you. At the moment, we are standing on the corner of Muir here in Khayelitsha, and I'll step out of shot for just a second, Sakina. You'll see behind us, not just here, but across the region, law enforcement is still keeping a close watch. On the roadway, you also see the remnants of what would be rubble and tyres that were burnt overnight yesterday throughout the day, and peak hour this morning as well. We understand that at the moment, the old Fora Road between Spine and Muir here in the Khayelitsha region is also closed. These protests, Sakina, are sporadic, so they flare up in one point, and of course, once police come to that area, they flare up in another spot again. Earlier this morning, authorities also say that there have been reports of stone throwing in the Kraaifontein-Wallisdean area. We understand that there's been an accident where one person has been killed, apparently in an accident involving a Golden Arrow bus. It's still unclear at this stage whether that accident has come about due to these ongoing protests. Of course, we understand that these protests, sporadic as they are, have caused mayhem on the roads yesterday. Today, coming in to the Khayelitsha area from Cape Town side, there haven't been as many reported road closures, but we've seen a steady stream of traffic still coming into to Cape Town during the peak morning rush. We, of course, will be keeping an eye and of course, be on the ground to see what is taking place throughout the day. This intersection at the moment behind me seems to have calmed down quite a bit, but the entire Muir coming down from the N2, littered with rocks and debris following the protest action that took place here. Sakina, at the moment, quiet, but we'll definitely take a drive around the area to see whether we can get more information. In terms of the service delivery protest, we understand it's due to a lack of sanitation, housing, etc. Of course, the DA government here in the Western Cape, or rather the DA, has labelled this as being politicking, saying that these protests flare up, and especially now ahead of the local government elections later. But of course, we'll keep our ear to the ground and bring you more updates even when they happen.
Well, thank you so much, Vanessa Poonah, and we certainly will check back in with you before the end of the show. And that's the situation out in Khayelitsha this morning. And between Vanessa Poonah and, of course, Rob Byrne, we will keep you covered in terms of the road closures and what the effect is on traffic. But Vanessa will also delve into some of the other underlying reasons and the rationale behind the protest action. Well, that